So good to be back here at St. Leo the Great. 5 years ago when I was ordained as a transitional deacon, I was blessed to have my first assignment be here. And I fell in love instantly with St. Leo's. I was ordained a priest the following year after that, and I was happy to hear that I would be staying for my first assignment. And this place really did at that moment become my home, and you all welcomed me in. And so I spent 2 years here as a priest, and I loved every moment of it. And then I got the news that the bishop was asking me to move on, to move to another parish, and it broke my heart. People are sad when a priest that they like at their parish moves away, but that's the part that I'm not sure many people in a parish know, is that it can be equally as sad for the priest himself when they have to move on from a place that they love. But I had to trust that, God knew what he was doing. And then, of course, I knew that Father Kappas would do an incredible job in my place. But that's the thing about change. It can be scary, right? Not just priest changes, but I'm sure all the changes that you've experienced in your own lives, right? Maybe you've had to move. Maybe you had to get a new job, or you've changed schools, or, even since it's Father's Day today, some of my friends who are new dads told me that they were pretty nervous for that change in their life, that it was a scary moment, that they weren't sure that they were ready for it, but it was one of the greatest blessings of their lives. We go through so many changes in our lives because they're necessary. No one's meant to be the same person they were when they were 14 when they're 40. And no 80-year-old is the same as when they were 40. We are constantly growing and changing and maturing. I'm not the same person I was even just 2 years ago when I was last assigned here. And so if we're meant to change and grow and mature throughout our lives, why are we so afraid of it? And to understand that fear, we turn to our scriptures today. We talk a lot about fear in them. Whether that be from Jeremiah in our first reading or the apostles in the gospel, they're about to be sent out to proclaim the gospel, the good news, and they're afraid. Jesus says, don't be afraid of anyone. Don't be afraid of anything. Things in this world, they could just kill the body, not the soul. But he's still trying to tell them that the remedy for that fear is the knowledge that God is with them. So they have nothing to fear, because God is the one who would be able to destroy the body and the soul. And if you're working with God, who could be against you? That no matter what they go through in life, no matter what we go through in life, God is constantly guiding them and protecting them because of his great love. And he's protecting and guiding you and me today. God is with us. He is there to rejoice with us in those high moments of our lives, and he's there to carry us in those low moments. He knows the plan that he has for all of us, and where he wants to lead us, where he wants to guide us. But notice I said guide, because he can't force us to move forward. We have to do that part on our own. It's scary, but we take those steps. We do that. But God guides the path, trusting in his plan for our lives. I had no idea that his plan for my life would lead me back here to St. Leo's. I'm so glad that it did. So the next time that we're all faced with these changes that we might be intimidated by, look at it as an opportunity to trust in God, to trust in his plan for your life. And we also want to pray today and keep in our prayers the young men who are going on the Quo Vadis retreat today. Pray that if God is calling them to serve as priests, that they may have the courage to embrace that change and to follow his plan for their lives, because we need more and more priests, and we need good holy men on this Father's Day, and we need a good holy body of Christ to continue to trust in God's plan for their lives every day.